Hey guys, it's Coach Kate with Captivate coming to you with a different kind of video than usual. I'm actually reviewing the NerdEBox, the Not Another crap craft kit from Nerdy Crafter. If you don't follow her, please do. I am so excited about this box. Been waiting for it since I ordered it, and then had a couple busy weeks, so I wasn't able to get to it. But there are just so many goodies in here that I am looking forward to trying and really just learning some new skills. Yeah, you can see the face says it all. Just warming up, right? Um, but it's first thing in the morning. It's 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday, and I want to get up and going on this so that I can spend all day working on it. After a lot of jiggling, I was very careful in removing the figure, thanks to Chloe Rose for leading by example. I love that you guys support each other and she tried to kit, and I learned so much from watching you guys. So it came out perfect, and I think that's thanks to you guys. Also thought the sanding wand was very cool. That's new to me. After watching Jazz's live stream, I thought about leaving space at the top of the head to add antlers. So that was also really cool. Thanks, Jazza, for also trialing that on the spur of the moment. I'm a UV resin virgin, and it was fun to get going at that. And of course, I forgot that I needed batteries. But lucky for us, lucky for me, I'm in Denver where it's very sunny and the resin ended up curing super quickly. I was so impressed. I am super hooked on this now, and I ended up making like dozens of gems and different things. And while those are hardening, I thought I'd share my idea with you, which is really this kind of Mother Nature elk goddess spirit guide. So I, of course, sketched it out in Procreate first, and now I'm just kind of thinking about the plan of attack now that my figure is ready. So I think I'm going to start with the dress, and then kind of move on to the head and the accessories. I did start trying to make some eyes. I mean, I made eyes. It was very cool. I didn't end up using them. It ended up not being the vibe I wanted to go for, but I ended up using it as a chance to experiment, and I learned some things. And yeah, I ideated a lot with this resin and used it in a bunch of different ways. I do have a little bit of a background in clay and love the Sculpey. I started by doing like a rolled out dress as if it was fabric, and I wrapped her body and gave it a bosom. And it kind of looked good, and I used plenty of glue, but it just didn't feel secure enough to me. So I ended up taking that apart and re-rolling it and going to the COIL method. And I ended up using the COIL method for pretty much the rest of the main features that I created. It was really useful coiling around wire for antlers and wands and all sorts of things. And so I definitely used the rolling method and really liked doing that coiling method. It just felt really sturdy, and everything was nicely glued together and to the figurines. Little accessories, the antlers, that's a part of a dream catcher, and some jewelry. Like, I really wanted to kind of be functional jewelry, so I'm actually baking it on the wire, so that those beads are able to slip on and off the network. The baking gods, please be good to us. I am starting to now put my baked pieces together. I do try to bake often so that I'm saving my progress. I don't end up putting a nail in something or smushing something. I was pretty happy with how I ended up constructing my antlers. I left wire out hanging down. I kind of coiled it itself so that it would have a place to go down into this next piece of clay that becomes the top of her head and really adhere deeply those antlers. I had so much fun watching Jazz's live stream, and the antlers are definitely inspired by that, along with just this kind of magical creature kind of feeling human that comes together. I definitely stayed up late watching his live stream. Jackie, it was so cool that you were there answering questions and helping him out. Once again, like, I love your community so much. But it really became useful, and I ended up using this method for the the wand as well, so that everything could kind of be moved and flexed as I was putting it in. I had plenty of space to work with using that wire. So definitely recommend that to other people, and of course lots of the Sculpey glue. It finally is starting to feel like my inner beast, Power Elk, is coming to life. It's super exciting to start to feel a transformation of what was once just a blank canvas, and I'm pretty excited. So the next kind of elk piece I want to add are her ears. Um, really making sure she's listening, using that inner listening wisdom that she has, and she's really connected to nature. And um, so wanted to make sure she got cute little ears there. Um, I really had fun using all of the tools that you gave us, getting into those tight spots when I was doing more detailed work. It was great to have a variety of tools, and I used the um, pointy tool to scratch in some fur in her inner ear just to give it a little more character. So it was really nice to have a whole variety of things to choose from when putting this together. Um, I did make the mistake earlier on in the day of using water to smooth things out rather than like baby oil or just the Sculpey glue. I did rectify that thanks to one of Jackie's videos, so watch those. Shout out to Mariah Elizabeth. I too am a rainbow sprinkle lover. I need an ice cream break. Like, I think it's like 9 o'clock at night at this point in time. I took a quick break to have some client sessions, to have some coaching sessions, but man, it's commitment. I was getting tired, but I was proud of my progress. Um, a vision of similar to my drawing is starting to come to life, and damn, am I having fun. It is just so nice to get hands on and get in the flow and just relax. It's pretty bright and early on day 2 as well. This is Monday, my day off of client meetings. It's another beautiful day in Denver with the doodle and the dogs, and it's painting day. You can see hiding behind there, I've got a sticky note with an outline of how I want to approach the project and what I'm going to get done when, and you can see I definitely have a case of serious craft face. But I'm just having so much fun starting with the gold paint, which is just so luscious, so delicious, and it covered so well. The red was beautiful that I was using on her flower wand, and I really enjoyed using those colors, not having to put a million coats on and still getting really great results. So I painted the accessories, and then I went ahead and got back to some clay work, creating her hair. And I wanted to give her these curly locks, but also wanted her to maybe reflect me a little bit. So I ended up chopping her hair so it's a little bit shorter like mine. But I had a lot of fun doing these coils. You just kind of get into the flow. I made the ropes, I flattened the ropes, and then just kind of twisted them around, used lots of Sculpey glue and did some slipping and scoring there with that glue to help everything stick. And so that's why you see the me scratching away there, just making sure those coils do stick in addition to having that kind of glue on the back of her head. This was a time intensive project, or part of the project, but I think it was well worth it. It paid off. A few kind of got knocked off or broken as I continued to work. Maybe I should have done the hair as late in the process as I could. I kind of thought this was, but I don't know. I started attaching like some of the pieces and the jewelry and the accessories now that they were done. I was super proud of them and just loved how they shone. And here's the, oh, it's so cute, my little dream catcher shield. And then the jewelry, I've put it all together into a necklace, and those beads actually move. Um, but yeah, got the flower crown on. She's baked again. So we're ready to start putting her together and painting even more. But I'm starting to question if her flower wand is too big. And Dreamcatcher shield is good. Oh, I'm really good at knocking her over. Not because she wasn't originally very well balanced. I think I've just debalanced her with her hair. I have since used some poster tack under her feet just to make sure she's very steady on my shelf. If you remember in my original drawing, I was thinking about having like earth and water and trees all come together in her dress. And the end of the day, I was just like, you know what? Let's keep it simple. Let's just go for water, galaxy vibes. We can pull in more of the green in other places. Like she's got the flower in her headdress. And so I think that was a good decision, especially for the first kind of project back at it for a while of not trying to go too realistic. Like I ended up keeping the face really simple and just taking a step back from the drawing, which is great, right? It's nice to have ambitions, and it's also nice to pivot and work with what you have. And I think she's pretty beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, she's really beautiful. Yeah, I think she thinks she's beautiful too. Look at her nodding her head. I'm so beautiful. And at this point in time, afternoon of day 2, I'm feeling silly proud and happy of myself. Not done. Her wand clearly needs to be redone, but I'm close. So by the time I'm done with dinner, dun 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 dun, I just love how she turned out. She really does make my heart sing. This new wand was a happy accident, the way that ended up burnished. Because I did it so late, the oven had been turned off. So I ended up using the toaster oven and it got a little too toasty. So it kind of boiled and browned, and I love it. So happy accidents, as our friend would say. But I'm really happy with how she came together. I think it's fun that, um, she can wear the Dreamcatcher over her shoulder, or if I'm just going to have her positioned facing me, it can come back to the front. But she really is what I hope she would be, for just a little reminder to have in my office of the kind of woman I want to be, the kind of coach I want to be, and just kind of guiding my way. So 5 out of 5 stars, 100% Jackie. You kicked butt. This gift is amazing. Definitely everyone should be looking out for another run. I know I'm already thinking about what I'll be making next. next. This was a different video than usual, but look me up at captivateme.com. Talk to you soon.